Okay, so this is how we solve our customary measurement problem. So let's look at this first one here. We've got 15 pounds, and I want to figure out how many ounces that is. So when I'm dealing with customary, and remember we can always look on our formula chart over here, customary is going to be on the left, so if you're not sure if pounds and ounces, what it is, customary is on the left, and metric is on the right. So since I see pounds and ounces over here, I'm going to be using customary. In customary, we're always going to use the strategy UKSN. So our U stands for units, so that's what we're talking about. So in this case, we're talking about pounds and we're talking about ounces. So that's what's going to go here, pounds and ounces. Okay, and this is what we know. And this always comes back to the formula chart. So I'm looking at what do I know about pounds and ounces? And down here it says, I can't highlight, down here it says 1 pound is 16 ounces. So that's what I know. So over here, that's what I'm going to write. 1 pound is 16 ounces. Okay, then we're going to skip over here to what I need. What do I need to get to? Well, I need to get to when I have 15 pounds instead of 1 pound. So I'm going to put 15 here. So that's how we set it up. And then to solve, we're going to use our S, our scale. So we're going to talk to ourselves and we're going to think, okay, how do I get from 1 to 15? What am I multiplying by? So I get from 1 to 15. Well, I'm going to be multiplying by 15. And remember our rule, whatever I do on the top, I do the same thing to the bottom. So I'm also going to multiply 16 by 15. I got to do the same scale all the way down. So then I don't know what 16 times 15 off the top of my head is. So I'm going to come over here and multiply. And I've got 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Add a placeholder 0. 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 1 is 1. And I'm going to add it up, and I've got 0, 14, and 2. So 240 ounces should be my answer, 240 ounces. And when you put this into the Google form, just be sure to just put in like 240. Don't put the OZ. Let me double check on that just to make sure I'm telling you right. Yep, so just put in 240. You don't have to don't put ounces or anything like that or I'll count it wrong. So just put the number. Okay, let's do one more. So this time we have 43 5/10 cups equals how many fluid ounces? Okay, again, we're going to set up a UKSN problem because if we look at our formula chart, I've got cups and ounces down here. So I'm going to set it up, UKSN. Okay, so our units is what we're talking about. In this problem, our units are cups and ounces. Oops, don't have that U, and ounces. Okay, so remember our no always comes from our formula chart. So cups and ounces, I know 1 cup is 8 ounces. So 1 cup on top is 8 ounces. And I need to get to when I have 43 5/10 cups. So this time again, when I'm trying to figure out my scale, I'm figuring out what am I multiplying by? Well, it's just a 1, so I know I'm multiplying by this number times 43 5/10. And whatever I do on top, I gotta do on bottom. So times 43 5/10. Okay. Then again, I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna have to multiply this out a little bit. So I've got 43 5/10 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 4 is 8. 28, not just 8, sorry. And then 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 is 34. And then I count my kids in my back seat. I have 1 kid behind the decimal, so I should have 1 kid behind the decimal over here. So my final answer should just be 348. I really don't need that decimal 0. It doesn't really add anything. So when I put it into the Google form, again, I'm just putting in the number 348. Don't put in any like fluid ounces or anything like that. Just put 348. So that should be the correct answer. I hope this helps. That's what you're doing for the rest of these. Again, you're just doing UKSN. Oh, I lied. This one is not UKSN. Let me do one more with you. So this last one here that I'll do with you is 14 liters equals how many milliliters. So if I look over here, notice it's not over here on customary, it's on metric. So when I have metric, we do a different strategy. If it's on this side, we're going to do either the King Henry, or I like to say the saying, kids have dirty underwear during camp mud fights, or King Henry died drinking chocolate milk, or whatever saying, whatever saying you like the best. Okay, trying to fit all this on here. There we go. Okay, so since it's on the metric side again, and we're doing this strategy, and this stands for kilo, hecto, deca. This is your unit, so that stands for grams, liters, meters, whatever we're talking about. In this case, it's liters, because that's what we're talking about. Deci, centi, and milli. Okay, so I'm starting at liters. I always start from left to right like we read a book. I'm starting at liters, which I don't see an L, but remember we said the unit stands for liters. So I'm going to start there. So I'm just going to put a star so I know where to start. And I'm going to milliliters. So I'm looking for the M. So I want to end here. So I have to move my decimal over 1, 2, 3 times, and I'm going to the right. So whatever I do there, I've got to do to my number. And remember, when you don't see a decimal in your number, it's always at the end of the number, at the very last digit. It's back there. And I'm going to move it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There's my new decimal. So then I fill in the rest with zeros. This decimal is now gone. He's not there anymore. So now I've got the number 14,000. So there are 14,000 milliliters and 14 liters. And again, when you put it in the Google form, just put the 14,000. And you can put it with the comma or without the comma. It'll take it both ways. Okay, so I hope that helps. This next one, you're going to be doing the King Henry, same thing. Pint and gallons, you're going to be using the UKSN strategy like we did above. And then inches and feet is also UKSN strategy. So hopefully this video helps. Good luck, Gracie.